Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and it is time to move my chickens. Right now, I'm going to show you what I've done so far. I completed the double door, and I got my buck standing here in front of me. What you doing, girl, boy? I almost said girl. What are you doing? Huh? So, we've done a few tweaking, and we got the double doors in, and we got the outside door, or the entry door, somewhat sealed up. I just put some of that roofing tin on it, just to cover all these big old wide cracks. Ain't that a big old wide board? That thing's huge. So I went ahead and put some screen on this just to keep them from coming over into this area. And remember that door I was thinking about putting on top of the chicken coop? Well, I have another one of these, so I went ahead and took the panel out, shortened it, put it back together, and then put some screen on it. And that shuts up just like that. You got a bolt. Now, here's the best part. Let me move this out of the way. The best part is, guess I'll go out there, is I got a thing here, and check this out. So I can widen the door if I need to. So this will never be used unless I need to move something out. So this is basically just a movable wall. So I'll just put that in there just like that. And it's locked down. So now, let's test this out. All right, let's say I'm going to check my eggs. All right, I don't have to worry about chickens being next to the door. I can just open it anytime I want. And then I just come in, lock it down. Now I'm safe for no chickens getting out. I can see everybody, what they're doing through all the cracks and the screens. And open this door, and it stays open by itself. And it's spring loaded. These are spring loaded somewhat. It's a little tight, but that's all right. So we've got this ready, and we're going to go ahead and move some chickens in here. I just got to make sure I police this, make sure I got everything up out of the way. I don't want them eating any plastic. And I do have a couple pieces of plastic here that, and staples. So I gotta make sure that I do all that before I'm ready to put these chickens in here. So let me clean all these pieces up, and we'll meet you in the house and get the chickens. All right, so now I gotta move all this stuff, and they'll get all excited here in a minute. I just can't have them in my bathroom anymore. I've had enough. Now I could see if my chicken coop wasn't sealed, and I've pretty much sealed it up the best I can, and I don't think, in fact, I quit catching mice. Once I sealed that floor, I haven't caught a mouse yet, and that's been 3 days ago. So, all right, guys, girls, come on. What? You'll be all right. You'll live. Yeah, they're getting harder to catch. One of them bit me the other day. Not hard, but enough. I think I grabbed her the wrong way and she was scared. These here are really pretty, man. This one is Brittany. she's got the markings on her head. That's Brittany. This one is Rose. She's the only one that's gray, and she is going to be pretty. Dummy, you shouldn't have jumped up there. I couldn't have got it. That's 11. And 12 is going to be a little hard. Damn, for a little feller, you sure are spunky. Look at the white on the bottom of that one. Alright, so now we're going to cover this up. It ain't gonna be like this long. Alright, we got a little seep hole in there. So let's go to the chicken coop. Alright, now I wouldn't be able to get this in here if I hadn't have done that. So look at that, ain't that slick? Alright, now let's see how they like it. Alright, so I'm probably going to have to teach them how to use the waterer. Really only need to teach one of them. He'll teach the rest of them. So let's try that and see if we can get him to drink. Or somebody to drink. Oh. All right. Let's see if somebody else will drink. There you go. Why are you biting me? There you go. Alright, I'm not teaching anybody else. Well, I might teach Rose. There you go. Alright, no more teaching. You guys are going to have to teach each other. There you go, guys. There's your home, new home. Look, I already got one on the roost. This will work out pretty nice, guys. All right, let me move this box out of here. Alright, now I need to go get their feeder. It's not the best option right now, but I want to try to figure out where I'm going to hang it, because I don't know where I'm going to hang it yet. So I'm trying to think of something I need to do when I go to hang it to keep them from being on top of this. So I might have to use some kind of a piping or maybe a cone. I don't know. If I hang it from this, it's going to be hard to put anything on it. I can put something around the chain, but we'll figure it out. I might end up having to build a base for this to set on. But they're now eating. So as you can see, we got a crack over there. Let me get you off the tripod here. Get you all straightened up. And look how wide that crack is. So I'll go out on the outside there and put something on it. So this is where their home's going to be. Now if I have to, if it gets cold some nights, I do have one of them radiator heaters that I could turn on low, and as small as this room is and as sealed up as it is, I think it'll do just fine. I mean, it's not like I'm not monitoring this. I'll probably be out here 20 times before morning checking on them, because I'll be worried that they're scared. But we'll see. So, so now they've made it in their home. And I don't know why they're huddled up over there so bad. Maybe I need to move the feed out in the middle of the room. Here, let's move that feed over here so you guys can get out here and mingle a little bit in the open. Now I'm going to keep the nest closed. They're not ready for that, so I'm just going to use it for storage for now. And then we got to get our heat lamp in here. I don't know where I'm going to put that heat lamp. I could take this thing off. Take that bracket off of there. And then we can hang it right here. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll just hang it right there on the front of this thing. Have it come up through here. Then I'll have to run me an extension cord over here. But I think right there is where I'm going to put it. Then we'll drag the cord up here, out of the way. Back. And you guys are probably not in focus where I'm at. So I think that heat lamp will work fine right there. So I'll just put me a screw here. Oh, right there it is. Oh, Lord. All right. So, let me go get me a bracket or something to put across there and clamp it. Because that's just sitting there right now. If they peck it or flop it or something like that, it could knock it off of there and then catch the damn straw on fire. So I'm gonna go get me a hook and just mount me a hook right there just to mount to this with a clamp, and that will hold that in place. If I take a rod and just put a rod across there all the way up to this, it can't come out. And it will be up against metal if it goes back that far, so I think that'll work. So let me go get my something. I don't know what I'm going to use, but gotta find something. As you can see, I made a bar that will help to hold that up. Alright, and then we'll just clamp her down just like that. And it ought to hold her just fine. So now I just gotta get some outlet. So basically what I'm doing here is running it up over the thing. Alright, we got power. What you doing, buddy? Alright, so then we'll just bring this over here. And just lay it on top here. And then we'll plug it in. Alright, we now have a heat lamp. So they can huddle around underneath that if they need heat. If they don't, they won't. I don't know why they're so fixated on that corner over there. Maybe they came out looking around while I was out. So we're just going to leave a camera here and see how they react. Alright guys, we're here for our 1 hour checkup on our birds, and they seem to be doing just fine. In fact, they're really enjoying that dirt. I mean, that one is getting down in there wallering in the What is he doing? Look at him. He's getting down in there wallowing in that dirt. I'll check to see if he's alright. What do you think, girls? They're a little more tamer in here than they are when they're in that. What's wrong with you? Why are you all dirty like that? Huh? You really like that dirt, don't you? Look at her. Well, they know what to do with dirt, don't you? Don't you, girls? Huh? Rose over there peeking around the corner there. They keep pecking at the wall. Yeah, that was a good fly. You made some height on that one. Let's go put one of them on the roost. Let's put them up on here on the roost. There you go. What do you think? Yeah, let's put you up here on the roof. There you go. Don't you fall. A little high for you. Come on, I'll put you down here on the lower one. There you go. Alright, so guys, we got them in the chicken coop and we did what we wanted to do today. Even fixed a four-wheeler today too. So that actually works out nice for a heat lamp. If I can figure out a bracket system to put on that, and you know me, I will. I'll just leave that there permanently as a permanent fixture to the nest. And that way, if I ever have any chicks and I want to put a brooder in here, I could just slide that brooder right underneath there, because I believe it would slide right underneath here. Ain't that right? And I could put my brooder in here, even with the other chickens, and put the cage on top of the brooder. So I mean, options are endless here. I'm not real sure though. I don't know if I want to take and change that setup. Let me turn the light on here. I'm thinking I want to try to convert this to a, hey, look here. There's my tripod spot right there. What I'd like to do is turn this into a roll-away egg nest. Or nest. So, and I think there's plenty of room to do this. What are you running at me for, huh? Right now I'm using it for storage. But this actually might be wide enough that I can use those paint roller trays. But it wouldn't be hard to do. I'd have to change the front board to something a little bit smaller. Actually, if I take and just cut the board down to this right here, however deep it would have to have for an egg. So, and then put a tapered, angled bedding in it with some turf. You know, that green outdoor turf stuff. Or I've even seen people use carpet. I mean, carpet would probably, if you had plenty of carpet, that'd be the thing to use. And if it gets messed up, just take it out and replace it with a new piece and be done with it. Man, that thing's warm. Boy, you really like that spot, don't you? I've got a couple of them like her that's got a white belly. I got one over there, 3 of them. So I got 3 of them with white bellies. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 of them, 4 of them. Actually, it might be 5 of them. Then I got the gray one, and that's Rose. I think they like it out here, guys. I think they like it better out here when I'm out here. Yeah, I'm gonna miss being able to go in there and say hey to them in the bathroom, but I just don't want them to get a smell going in my house. Right now, I can just barely tell that there's anything in it. But I'm inside living with it, so I'm gradually getting the smell and I wouldn't notice it. So, I mean, if I can smell it, then that means that it's noticeable. So I could get a hint of it today or yesterday, and I said, that's it. They're going out here as soon as I can. So I rushed and got that wall done, and got it to where it could work for me. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. I think I'm losing my mind, guys. So there you have the chicken coop. I think I'm pretty much done. I got to do a few little changes and make a few changes to the nest, because I want to try to make that where the eggs come out, and putting this here actually helped me to come up with that idea, because I was watching how they make those nests, and basically I have the same system. I just got to move this back a little till it's all the way up, and then put a front on it, and then ramp it over into this. And that way when I put my board in there, or my platform that's angled to I think it's probably a 2-inch, maybe an inch lift on the back one. So, I mean, you just have to adjust it however fast you want them things to go, but you don't want them going too fast. And that way, I don't get no poop on my eggs, and they don't get broke. And they can't eat them because they're going to be up in here where they can't get to. So, but I'm going to do some modifications to this. That board needs to be changed anyway because it's busted up. That's the way it was when I got it. So this one's in bad shape. So I just have to replace that front board and accommodate for, there's a board in there. But if I decide to do that, there'll be a video on it, on how I'm going to do it. But I'm just going to keep it closed because they're a long way from needing a nest. Hell, they still have 4 of their 8 weeks, maybe even more, And I think they'll be fine out here. I got them just at the right time to where the weather's going to start being 80. Tomorrow's 87. And the rest of the week, I think there was a couple days it was in the 70s, but they were in the high 70s. So all that's good. So I think they'll be fine out here. Plus I got the heat lamp for them if they want to get under. If they don't get under and they freeze to death, that's their own damn fault. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's just stupidity. So I'm going to put this down, and we're going to call this video done. And let y'all get one last look. I think they like it, man. And I'm just talking. They're just doing their thing. And, you know, one of them will come up and run towards me. I don't know if that's some kind of bucking up against me or something, but I think they're pretty cool. They're a lot tamer than they were. They'll at least let me touch them now. When they were in the crate or in the brooder, you got to chase them around just to pet them. Out here, you can actually pet them. They're a little bit more tolerable. Look. I moved the camera and she ran. So now let's go into our double door here, and we'll shut that, turn my homemade lock. I even made 2 extra ones in case I break one. Then we'll turn the big light off, turn it back on so I can say farewell. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.